And I'll probably,
I'm going to move.
yeah, would you mind moving a little upslope? So
Yeah.
I'm probably here, it should be good.
Okay.
Just in case, we shouldn't have really swung too much, but in case there was a residual swing or anything from previous watch.
Kevin, how have the other watches resisted filling Hercules up with rocks?
I don't know.
They left you 2 spaces for the last 2 hours of this dive.
Disappointing. Looks like Brandon, who's my master student, he's doing great. He got a couple rocks and nothing from Rob. I have to have a talk.
Means another year of grad school, right?
Rob's one of those theoretical geology guys, right?
Yeah, he does physics,
Yeah.
not chemistry.
That would be the geophysics part coming in.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, cool, a double crinoid.
I love those. Beautiful talus pile. Okay. Much better.
All right, it looks like we're in a good spot now.
Okay. Kevin, do you like anything in view here?
Let's see. Yeah, maybe in this general area.
Okay.
Land over there.
We just went over a rock pen too.
Oh, those are cool.
It's right underneath the vehicle right now, in the down
Roger.
cam. Bottom right corner.
Yeah, you're clear of it.
Raj. Am I too far away?
Oh no, that's great. There's a bunch of rocks here to look for.
Okay. Let me just... Okay.
All right.
Many rocks to choose from. I know.
Yeah. You want to pull a rack back there?
Rack 'em back, rack 'em back. There's our rock pen friend, right above the still cam.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. Kevin, you want to tell straight to us what seems nice, and
Let's see. This one seems nice. I don't. Oh,
sorry,
this guy. I don't know if it's too big, but.
yeah, how much?
Or
So
this
these.
one over here. Anything that's kind of blocky would be good.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna turn on the craft valve, and then hopefully it doesn't run away again.
Raj.
So that's good. Got one of two.
I'm like, okay, man, you stay there.
Confirm the bender is off, which is good.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and change that. You're good. I don't need the bubble.
Oh.
I'll put it here so we don't have to do that. All right, you want to fan over a little bit, please?
Sure. Just don't worry about it. Just leave it alone.
Go ahead and push on in there, please.
Zooming in.
That is great. Okay, so this one was an option, is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, twitchy, twitchy. Cool. All right, go ahead and push out in there a bit more, please. That's great. Is that angular for you, or is that all right?
Yeah, can you zoom in on the orange patch? Just a little bit. Or just...
Go ahead and push out in there again, please. That is very touchy.
Yeah, these little black crystals here are clinopyroxenes. But anyway, that's what I'm looking for. That looks great.
Great. Full wide, please.
Full wide.
Most likely, at least based on what I've seen from the last couple of rocks we got. They're kind of these
Okay.
brown, tannish
Come on,
alteration
tiltre.
with big CPXs.
You ready?
And then we're going to the starboard
my
D,
bad.
right?
My bad.
Oh, good. Go ahead and switch over salvos. Thank you, Kylie.
Coming out.
Roger. Nice. E is chalk to the brim. Will you keep an eye on those corals? Make sure they don't go up in the thruster.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. As in D.
Excellent.
Okay.
Coming in.
All right, now let's stuff a couple more things in E, and we'll be good.
I can't tell if you're joking or not. And then maybe that's a good thing.
It'll pin down the coral.
Dive salvo. Okay, full back.
All right.
Okay.
Are we all clear to move from here? Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, I think we can start zipping towards waypoint 4 maybe a little bit,
Roger.
so we make it in time.
Two, 4, 5, I. Let's get it. Let's go.
Maybe for the slatty part, maybe we can do 0.3.
You hear that?
I'm going to extend out your camera here.
Bridge nav, let's kick the speed up to 0.3.
Yeah, that's a fun, sporty attitude you got going now. Let's kick it.
Let's kick it. Punch it.
All right.
I think that's a 0.4. Yeah, wait.
What about a zip it?
No,
I'm talking about speeds.
Are you though?
I was, but it kind of accidental double entendre.
Freudian slip.
Oh man, it's not even 4. I'll look the whale down for you here, Kylie.
It was a really interesting star draped across that rock.
Yeah, it looked like it was sunbathing. Got some solitary crinoids.
Hey Chris, what's the distance to waypoint 4?
750.
Raj.
Oh, seems far.
Kylie, would you feel comfortable with doing...
Zip it? A 0.4? I'm going to call it 0.4 a zip it.
would you be comfortable with a zip it?
Yeah.
For
Yeah, as long
least-
as science is cool with, you know, just kind of like pan and buy stuff.
I think I zip it up until once the contours start to squeeze.
Okay. I'm so glad we're
Yeah.
forming vernacular here. That's
What, a pan buy? It's like this.
all right.
Like,
Is it better if we say
hello?
4 work factors? Or is that-
I would prefer it, but that was already shot down yesterday, so.
Or zip it is roughly 4 work factors.
All right, we're picking it up then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
as long as Kylie's good with that.
Yep.
Bridge nav, can we increase speed to 0.4?
Yeah, and this rocky, there's not going to be a whole lot. This kind of cobbly rock, there's not going to be a whole lot of coral to look at.
Roger.
especially since we're getting dense communities in depth, coming up to about 1,450 meters, which is the peak. We should get some pretty high density communities.
Black coral. Little umbelapathes.
Kylie, you mind if I take your bubble for a minute?
Go for it. Another species to look out for. In one of these patches of sediment, there was just an umbellula.
What? Okay, I didn't get a chance to talk to you guys about this yet, but I thought I knew what an umbellula was. Because we made all these jokes about, like, it's so unbelievable on one of my last cruises. And I saw one on one of my 8 to 12 watches, and I was like, it's an umbellula. I know that one, right? And they're like, that's not an umbellula. So I don't think I know at all what umbellula is. So as soon as you see one, could you tell me?
If I see another one, we'll pause and get a snap zoom.
Okay. It was those purple and white crinoids that are always like stalked on something. I thought that was an umbellula. I was like, yes, the feather duster looking thing is an umbellula. Apparently I'm wrong.
Downhill slope. I'm not going that way. Just looking at it.
What's our... It's going to be still 245?
Mm-hmm.
Raj.
Yeah, that doesn't change when we speed up, usually. Sometimes it does.
I didn't know if other things changed. I was just
Yeah,
confirming, because I only partially listened to you.
I think the appropriate response to that, Chris, is what? It looks, as a side note, the phase B on Atalanta keeps on dropping a bit, and that's at 94, 95.
Wow.
Yeah.
There is current.
So we have a couple questions about the ROVs. Let's see, how many cameras are on the Hercules and Argus or Atlanta together, combined?
So I'm just counting on the buttons right now.
I think that's cheating.
What? They're right here. And then the sextant.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
So how
but
many
the
is there?
sextant, there's
It's,
we
it's
don't have
8,
14.
right? We
Yeah.
have 8 total on Herc right now.
Yeah, we have 8 on
Raj.
Herc, and then we have 3
3.
on Atalanta. But then we have 5 on Argus. Yeah. No?
Yeah. Yeah. Utility dash down, but
Yeah, fisheye, yeah.
And the bright lights that are on top of Hercules, can they tilt up and down, or are they just fixed? I guess the porch lights?
They're fixed,
All right.
but there's like, they're wired in sets. So if video doesn't mind, I can just show them what it looks like when different ones are on.
Oh yeah, and we can look at it on the Atalanta view too. We can.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I'll back up a little bit.
No, do
Or
this.
tilt up for me, thank you.
Yeah.
So I just turned off our mids and our downs, so now for our brow bar, the only lights that are on are the uppers. I'll turn off the uppers, sorry, and that's just our mids, and that's just our down light. So there's all three of them, and then I guess I should do all three off, and just our porch light alone gives us that. And then this is all of them on together. I'm gonna turn porch off though.
Very cool.
Yeah, I like that view in the Atalanta because it reminds you of just pitch black it is. As soon
Yeah.
as the lights go out, everything is just stark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd say the current here is mild to hot if we're counting in spice factor.
I can see how you can see the stalk crinoids are all bent over.
Yeah. Like I know I'm not really strong on the laterals, but it didn't wanna go.
Right.
I had to turn auto heading on because it was like slapping.
Slapping itself in the face.
Can you tell which way the current is going?
It's, if I'm facing, it's going
The 135.
south. I was gonna say southeast to northwest, like that way, like pushing me, like, right?
Looks like the way that this is, the umbelapathes are going, or the stalk crinoids are going that way. I don't know. That's the way it looks.
What direction am I going now? South, east?
225.
Like, what direction is it pushing me? Not what direction I'm facing. 135.
You're facing 225, so it's pushing you 135.
Bridge nav, 100-meter step.
You heard the
245.
135. When we're facing south, everything gets confusing for me because everything's upside down. Port is starboard. Left is right.
I know why we use the numerical distances, but I've always, or directions, I always find them way more confusing.
Yeah, I know. You know, my car does like the thing where it doesn't orient the map according to your perspective. So I try to practice this when I'm driving. I'm like, does that mean I'm going to take a left or a right coming up? If I'm facing south.
I mean, not everybody's cut out to be a nav, so.
I know. I wouldn't be that good at that.
I bet you Chris can tell what the swell directions are just lying in his bunk. Feels the ship rock a particular way. It's like, oh yeah, it's coming from
Westerly winds are
270.
here.
Yeah, right.
Here's another question. Have you ever encountered a current so spicy that you couldn't go upstream against it?
Yeah.
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 On the last trip, it was incredibly spicy.
Spice factor is high.
Peak spice.
For when we're up against a strong current, And if we're doing anything around ridges and cliffs and all, you really have to consider where you place the vehicles. I mean, at this point, it's manageable current, but yeah, once you start considering a really strong current that can push the vehicles into a slope, you want to be on the other side of that ideally. So we really have to pay attention to the currents, especially when we go alongside spines of ridges and all like this. We're just a big kite in the wind.
Can you have a zoom on that victorgorgia?
Oh, sure.
So that's the purple one?
Yeah. So, purely because I like victorgorgia. It's my favorite coral, probably.
Okay, I'll take zoom.
Zoom in halfway.
Yeah, that's a good looking coral.
Nice little coral vignette there.
Can I go a little farther?
You can go full.
Got that victorgorgia, got a bamboo coral,
Oh,
a
sorry.
little
I'm losing it. You can come
plixorid,
That's all good.
Coming wide.
some black corals, heteropathes, bathypathes.
by. Ooh, what are you? What's that?
Looks like a sponge. Or
Oh, I think
yeah.
that's it's moving like a coral.
Yeah.
Can you give me a partial?
Partial zoom.
Oh yeah, it is cool.
Wow.
That's a black coral.
Which one? Which kind?
I'm going to wait till our two scientists ashore, Tina and Jeremy, who are both experts in black coral, chime in on an ID there.
Okay.
Bathypathes.
Okay. Come wide.
Thank you, Tina.
Pull wide.
Thank you.
They're much more charismatic in the currents.
Mm-hmm.
What are the tall vase-shaped sponges called?
I'm not sure.
We're checking.
Yeah, we just passed one.
They're in the Uplectellidae family, and then it just depends on which one we saw. I think that one was one of these, which is, get it so I have text to size I can see.
Are you on the NOAA guide?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
see. When you can see the picture and then the text is tiny.
Right. I was looking through that the other day.
Hiding back there. Might be an octocoral down here. No, I'm a liar. It's a brittle star on a coral. Bad eyes.
Say again?
I thought something was something else, and
Yeah.
then my eyes saw different.
Okay.
Roger.
Nicely done.
Dictyalis is that sponge.
Thank you.
Yeah, a little bit of a sediment chute here. Or actually it's probably too large, just a little sediment basin.
What's a sediment basin?
What's that?
Just a little area where it's kind of flat enough or concave enough where you can kind of accumulate sediment through time.
Can I get a zoom?
I think we got a little sea pen there. Maybe? Might actually be a little black coral on a pebble. Yeah, that's a little black coral just sitting on a pebble.
So, say again?
Do we know why the rocks are so small here? Is it
Come
just
wide.
erosion or?
Yeah, it's just
Sorry,
sediment
come on,
sorting
come
most
on.
likely. These are the smaller bits that just kind of got carried downhill
Thank
further.
you.
Is there any way we can zoom in on that a little more, or do we
Oh.
need to keep moving?
I could do quick for more. Oop, 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 oop. Careful. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna turn porch light on. Okay, going for the zoom, Tim. I'll just try
Zoom
to
it
settle
in.
this out. And just give me all you got, and then we'll go.
Oh, no, it is a sea pen. Yeah. That's going to be in the Penatula genus.
Raj, okay, come wide.
Coming wide.
Its little frilly open polyps had me fooled there.
Yeah.
I missed your answer about the rock field. It's
Yeah, I think these are just gravity sediment sorting. These are probably the finer bits. It's probably going to get into a coarser field above this.
Sponge.
There's something in the sand.
Yep.
It's quite amazing in this area how much it flattened out and how much the topography changed.
Yeah.
Can we get a zoom on whatever that is above the lasers?
Absolutely.
Ooh, there's a
Come in
little
for the
fish.
zoom.
zooming in.
Looks like a sponge.
Yep, a little sponge.
Is that the same kind of vase sponge, or?
Yeah, I think that's the same kind of vase sponge, just growing with kind of an odd curve.
Okay, come on.
And then there's a little
wide.
coal, something.
We got confetti going on our DVLs.
Confetti.
Huh.
That sounded like a stumped the navigator sound.
That's a new game
I
we're
mean,
gonna play.
Buffering.
USBL. Sometimes they work for you, sometimes they work against you.
Oh, the reset source is USBL. I see.
Huh?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's USBL, not DVL, yeah.
Reg. That makes more sense.
Yeah. Kylie, you're making too much noise down there.
Sorry.
Got another little sea pen.
Maybe zoom on him. On it.
Yes, let's go ahead and zoom on it.
Let us zoom. With the porch light on.
That is a little rock pen, antheptylem lithiphyum, demonstrating just how thin this sediment layer is.
That's pretty.
Although it does look like it was kind of wishing that it was its sister taxa, Antheptylem grandiflorum.
What makes you say that?
If it were grandiflorum, it could have that peduncle down in the sediment rather than kind of trying to grip that small rock on top.
Yeah, I see.
But these can move locations, I believe, right?
I believe it's thought that they can release and then move to a rockier spot, so.
Can you make this all be together?
Kind of.
Come wide?
Come wide. Oh, sorry about that.
What is that? I just gotta keep going. Oh, it's a thing. Black coral. Oh,
Yeah.
gosh. I swear if you just don't, if I don't see it head on, my eyeballs get all blurred. Okay.
Hopefully we'll get out of the mud flat pretty soon. Looks like
That was
probably
a
so.
pseudo-alternata. Thank you, Jeremy.
Oops. Sorry. I was looking at something else.
Bathypathes, pseudo-alternata.
All right.
There's slope here.
Meredith and I were talking about search images the other day, where you
Whoa. Whoa.
Sorry, I'm just gonna borrow this real quick. Just making sure.
where you see enough things from enough different angles that you just sort of have an image of them in your head, and it kind of lights up a little corner of your brain. It says, I know what that is.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time going through ROV video and photos and looking at specimens, and it gets, just shapes and things get pre-programmed, so I stopped looking for, you know, a specific type of thing, and I'm just looking for variations in the pattern on the background.
Can I get zoom?
Zooming in.
Let's see, we got a fish here.
The current's pushing both of us.
Yeah, halosaur?
I think that is a halosaur.
Go a little tighter if you want.
Okay, come on.
Coming wide. What's this off to the left?
Thank you.
I'm scrambling my brain when you knee on the thing.
There's a little
Raj.
shrimp in the sediment,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then a little
Looks
sea
like a
pen.
cool.
What are you? What's that?
Looks like there's a rocky outcrop to the upper left.
Oh.
Oh, there's some rocks appearing in the Atalanta view,
Yeah.
and a really nice bioherm.
Chris, once we get here, well, let's start to slow.
Yeah.
Kylie, wanna go actually up
Yeah.
upstream?
Yeah, I'm going. Gotcha.
Beautiful stalked crinoid. There's another fish, or the same one maybe.
Yeah, it looks like a halosaur, yeah. If you don't mind staying to the left-hand side, upslope, or up the slope so I don't have to go down. Because I actually need to come up pretty soon.
Raj.
Oh, yeah, what other questions do people have?
Chris, you want to slow the ship?
Yeah.
Yep. Bridge nav, can we slow to 0.3?
Yeah, so there was a question about the composition of like the sediment we're seeing right now. Would it be like a mix of sand and marine snow, or?
No, it's entirely fine-grained marine snow.
Okay.
So over here, we're not going to really have much sand. Oh, can we get a zoom on the fish?
Quick zoom.
Quick zoom.
Rather, it's just going to be all really fine carbonate. So it won't be like a beach sand. It'll be much finer than that, because it's all just debris falling from the pelagic zone of the water. We're too far from the continents to get any kind of quartz or feldspars
Okay,
or
come
things
on.
that you
Coming away.
people typically associate with like sand.
In this part of the world isn't a lot of the sand coral rubble of various types.
Yeah. Yeah, sand isn't a compositional term, it's a size term. So it'll be coarser than this. But yeah, if you go to any of these like atolls or similar islands, typically you'll just have beaches made up of ground up coral. Now if you go to Hawaii, you can find black sand beaches and other cool stuff like that, where it's just ground up basalt, because that's what's nearby.
So if I just ground up a bunch of glass to the right size,
Yep.
it would technically be sand.
Yeah.
I'm going for it. I'll go forward, right?
Cool.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah,
tips. Hey, Chris.
Yep.
Once we get here, can we stop the ship and let it swing so that when we get to this hillside, the steeper bits, that we have more control?
Sure.
Thanks.
Where was here?
Kind of the second contour line behind the stern of the ship on the high pack screen.
Okay.
Somewhere around there.
If you want to know a tool that geologists use to figure out the grain size, you can look up grain size card, and it's like almost credit card size. At least my whole class was given it in our sedimentology class, and for a while I just carried it around like a credit card and felt super dorky, but they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, I had one for a long time, and I still have in my wallet a pocket pressure temperature scale chart. Different mineral phases as a function of temperature and pressure.
These are important tools.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Pocket PT chart.
I brought a hand lens, you know, so gotta be ready.
Yeah.
Almost brought my sledge, but it wouldn't fit.
Yeah, going through an airport with a big sledge is always an issue.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't like that.
Stand back. I'm
You
a
definitely get
geologist.
flagged by TSA.
Yeah.
Although having flown and walked onto a plane with a full climbing rack, which is just a big bag of metal, you'd be surprised what they'll actually let you walk onto a plane with.
Yeah. I've done work on different islands like Tahiti and Galapagos and Floriana, where we're doing paleomag core, studies, looking at the paleomagnetic field.
Bridge nav, hold position.
And to do that, usually you use a big core drill. And so every time I've sent a big bag, through the airport that has all of these drills with these large chambers and everything, and then sledgehammers, it always has a little note inside saying TSA, look through this.
One of the Roman Lab AS or AUVs is a float designed to fit in a golf bag, like a golf luggage thing, and that's always fun to check or carry through security or whatever.
Yeah.
We go through customs and they're like, "You guys going to do some golfing?" We might.
And they scan your bag and they're like, who are these people? And why did they say they were going to go golfing?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we never said we were going to go golfing. We might go golfing.
Yep.
People aren't sometimes logical, working conditionals.
You might go golfing, depending on how uncooperative or cooperative the AUV is being at any given point.
I'm going to do a DVL reset there, Chris.
Got another victorgorgia up on the left.
I think so.
So far, the communities aren't as dense over here.
Sorry. Someone's wondering about kind of like what we talked about earlier. Why is there like this border between like a sediment and pebble area and then a like rocky, more bigger boulder area?
Yeah, that's a great question that I actually don't really know a good answer to. It's most likely this is kind of a front for a landslide. So typically when you have a bunch of debris coming downhill, it will start to sort itself into size categories, and finer grain can go further. That's what might be what it is, but We see this often, where there's a very defined line between sediment and rocks. And most of the time, if you poke around that sediment, you'll find it's not deep at all. So it's like a rocky field like this, just under it. So it's most likely just a depositional, where you can accumulate sediments versus where the current can just take them off. But it's kind of hard to say.
More zoom.
We also did just have some fairly significant variation in slope. So that muddy area was much flatter,
Yeah.
which will promote more sediment accumulation. Although that the ROV video itself can be
More video, more zoom. Sorry.
little hard to tell what the slope is. You can be on a feature that's actually 30 or 40 degrees, quite steep, and it's really hard to tell that. It looks flat in the video.
Yeah. Was that umbelapathes?
Yes.
Awesome.
And there was a little plixorid gorgonian behind it as well.
It's cool. It's like a little molehill. Little mole people gonna come out of the hill.
So as you can see right here, it's probably similar rocky debris right under that sediment, but you can kind of see it's a little valley in between these two kind of more hills. So it can accumulate a little bit.
Can I get a zoom on this?
Sure. Say what? Say when.
Keep going.
Black one?
It's a C-pen, and that's going to be, I can tell from looking at the back, that's going to be in the protoptalidae, either protoptylem or stachytylem, but those two are nearly impossible to tell apart outside of the lab.
Raj. Okay, come on.
Come on, wide.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And do those have any unpronounced consonants in them?
They do.
Oh, yeah. See?
Anything that has tylem and it is PTI.
Ah, yeah. There it is. You want me to start the ship moving again, Jess?
Yeah. Do you want to do it in steps now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bridge nav, 30 meters, 245.
So this is a sediment phenomenon that we're still working on and we're trying to figure out, as all these little, we were calling them nodules, they're not really nodules, but all these little grains here covered in pyromanganese tend to be evenly spaced from each other. We're not quite sure why. It's likely has to do with groundwater coming up through the sediment, but it's an interesting phenomenon.
Acting like a little vibrating grain sorting table, just gets everything evenly spaced out.
Yeah.
Oops, looks like bridge nav, that was 30 meters, 245. Yes, correct.
like a little rock island.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Looks like a victorgorgia, and then what's the name of this one in the front? I always forget it. Paragorgia?
I think it's a plixorid,
Oh, plexoid.
but it could be a plixorid or it could be an acanthagorgia. An acanthagorgia would put it in the gorgonidae instead of the plexoridae.
Yeah, all right.
Little number flip there. Little shrimp. Is that a holothurian over there?
Yep.
Thank you.
It's an interesting looking rock.
Yeah.
We have a zoom on it?
Yeah. Come up on that. I'll do a partial zoom and I'll just kind of mosey in. I'll get it more in the light pool in a second.
Little anemone on it. I think it's just angle. It's like, it doesn't have any sediment on the bottom side, so it looks
Right,
darker.
so it's cleaner. Yeah. I see.
But we also have a cool looking anemone.
I'll take full zoom there. Ooh. Sorry. Little bouncy. I'll just take a little less than zoom. Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good right there. Okay. Come wide.
Coming wide.
That's pretty cool. That was a great zoom, Tim. Like, not from my perspective, but from yours. Like the coming in together, you know?
Oh yeah, that was great. Yeah. We'll get it dialed.
Yeah. This is the first year I've gotten like real herc time. So the improvements are exponential. You should have seen my last cruise.
Oh, I would not have believed you hadn't been driving for years.
Yeah, you're doing great,
This is
Kylie.
my first season really doing it at all.
That's awesome.
This looks more promising.
I agree. We're getting to something.
Bridge nav, 30 meters, 240.
It's a very cool feature. It's also sort of plays with your eyes, the way the shadows kind of appear and disappear as you
Yeah.
sort of slide past here.
Get into the back into blocky, thicker. Well, this is debris, but expect some flows like that up ahead.
I'd like one more round of the columns like we saw earlier.
Yeah, that'd be great. Maybe some beautiful columns with covered in corals.
That would be chef's kiss perfection.
Uh-huh.
You heard him. Columns of corals.
Yeah, you.
Sock it to us.
There's a little, I think that's a halosaur to the top left, or maybe it's just. There's a black coral straight ahead. And some more of these umbelapathes. Umbella, not umbrella.
What a nice little set of fans there.
Yeah.
It's always nice to have fans.
I think we've got 3 species. There's a chrysogorgia, a victorgorgia, and then with this yellow one that is either acanthagorgia or a plixorid, but it's almost impossible to tell.
That's a perfect little coral. And perfect placement for a brittle star. So the plexoid, acanthagorgia, or gorgia, are they similarly related, or is it kind of a convergent evolution that they look so similar?
It's a little of a convergent evolution. They're actually in 2 different families.
Oh, wow.
One is in the plixoridae, which is why we call them plixorids, and the other is the acanthagorgidae. Although it is not uncommon for those 2 groups to have a lot of overlap in morphology, and to kind of have taxa that bounce back and forth between the groups.
Huh.
Especially taxa that were defined during the late 19th century.
Wow, yeah.
How did they acquire samples of these in the late 19th century?
They dragged giant nets on the bottom. Yeah, most of the samples that were obtained were all from like beam trawls and bottom trawls of various types.
Okay. We're going to do a pilot swap. Okay. Sit still.
Sounds good. I don't imagine you get your net back if you dragged it much through here.
Well, it depends on the gear type you have, but A lot of modern gear is actually limited in the types of rollers that it's allowed to use. So yes, you would absolutely get it entangled in this type of environment. As late as the 1970s and 80s, you would have gear that the rollers would be actual like vehicle tires, like full-size tires, and you could get that through this without too much trouble. It's really good that we've switched because those do a lot of damage.
Bridge nav, 30 meters, 240.
Thank you.
But you also do have a lot of, if you go in areas like on the West Coast, we see a lot of derelict nets that have been caught on the bottom and are now on the bottom forever. Just past a little rock pen.
Thank you. My confidence is building. Oops, sorry, that was on us.
I think that's totally appropriate to share with the world.
So someone tuning in is, I think, looking at channel 3, this map that we have up here, and they notice like these tight contour lines. Is it signs of a landslide or some other situation?
Yeah, you can have fairly steep edges on a volcanic ridge, but very commonly with seamounts, and probably in this case as well, I'll have to look at my map of it, but actually no, in this case, well, it might have been a collapse. So basically the south side of this seamount is lower than the north side, and it's a very linear line. It looks like it's almost faulted right through it. But typically when you see steep cliffs like that, it's usually from mass wasting landslides. They're very common with these kind of seamounts, and they occur as it subsides, once it gets away from its heat source that formed the volcanism. So it's a good observation.
Nice little vignette there with a victorgorgia, an umbelapathes, and a rock pen.
Yeah, go on.
Could we look up and to the right?
Oh, wow.
Nice big bamboo there.
I love your spy gadget that you got going on the front porch there.
I think she just senses them.
I think
Yep.
so too. Ooh,
What's that coming off the bamboo? Oh,
go
there's
ahead and push on in there, please.
Oh, a
Oh,
basket
it's
star.
a
No,
basket star.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a big one.
And I think this is actually a crinoid. Oh, yeah, nice. Gorgoncephalid.
It's beautiful.
Very cool.
I see a little peduncle in the back from a rock pen.
Yep.
You want to go ahead and tight?
I'm going to try to work peduncle
Go ahead
into
and push
my
it tight here.
vernacular.
I like it.
It's a great term.
We use the word dooger a lot, and I think peduncle could be interchangeable.
I can totally focus
Yeah.
pull.
You come partial way, please.
It's the biological
That's
analog,
good,
I
right?
think.
Yeah.
Get the both in the shot, and then I'll go. Pull wide, please.
Pull wide.
Ready to run up a hill.
Run it. I've been training for this your whole life, kid.
We're pretty close. I'll make it.
There's a big rock.
That's a big old rock.
Oh, yeah. It's got stuff on it.
It's got beautiful structure. A lot of different colors on this one.
Oh, yeah.
You still have Niskins left?
We do, and I was actually thinking we might want to pop one around in here and then save the last one for the top.
Roger.
Sure.
Sounds good. Can do. Got the arm skills of Kylie coming up.
Arm skills of Kylie coming up.
Are you full wide there?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right.
So you,
I
do you
am
turn
full.
off the DC bender and send
Bridge nav, hold position.
first? Or
Yeah.
first, Raj.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm off for those. And I'm going to turn this on. Okay.
Okay.
Coming on. Okay.
Roger.
Okay. Just waiting on comms.
Roger.
Okay. Comms are on.
Roger. So far, so good.
Bridge nav 30 meters 30 meters 070.
Top ones, yeah?
Yeah.
No,
Bottom.
bottom ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's pop quiz.
Pop quiz.
Next. Isn't it the green one? The white one's the bottom one, isn't it?
I would take either.
Okay, doesn't matter, Raj.
Yeah, well, we're just going to pop them both.
Okay.
One here, one at the top. I should be
Just gonna
about 2
re-index.
meters off the coral colony.
That's
Nice.
great, thanks.
Nice.
No.
I got eyes. Popped.
Okay.
Nice. Great.
Which Niskin bottle was that one?
Number 6.
Thanks.
I'm going to go up slope.
Okay. I'm all set.
Roger.
Bridge nav, hold position.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bridge nav, 40 meters, 240.
Roger. It's a really interesting rubble slope.
Yeah. Thought it would become more solid by now.
Nice long bamboo.
Oh my.
Just keeps going.
Yep.
Has legs for days.
Wow.
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 That might be a record.
5 meters off the deck.
5 meters, wow.
5.2. Oh, good. Right. No worries.
in the background there.
Yeah, we're into a nice cluster with a lot of these rock pens around and a lot of the victorgorgia, a couple bamboos, and the umbelapathes.
Bridge nav 40240.
Okay. According to your sonar, it's right in front of you. I know. I'm just
Are we in a position to grab a last rock sample?
Sorry, what was that, Kevin?
Are we in a position to grab a final rock sample?
Sure, did you want it from here or do you want it from the top of this?
I think right here. Yeah, I don't know what the
Bridge
top's
nav,
gonna
hold
look
position.
like, but this is all coming down from the top, so.
Roger.
And these are very nice looking.
Bridge nav 40 meters 070.
And where will this rock sample be going?
Do we need to double up or is there an open?
I think the forward starboard box, or the forward omega box, just has a little coral fragment that fell off a previous collection in it, so
Okay.
I think it could go in there.
That's good.
Roger.
As long as I'm not crushing anything.
I might have you pick up the rock, and then we might have to jump a wee bit.
okay. Okay.
All right, Kevin, you want to illustrate as to what you want?
Let's see. All of these are good.
Okay, coming on.
Roger.
Maybe this guy if it's not too close.
Sorry, can you illustrate one more time?
Okay, got
Kevin, will you mind
comms.
illustrating one more time?
Oh, sorry.
Great.
That one.
Beautiful.
I like it. It's very abstract art.
Okay. Ooh. I'm stuck.
Wow.
Get it.
Is it in there?
No, I just had my fingers sort of caught on another rock.
Roger. Does that one look like a keeper for you guys? I'll get out of your
Yeah,
dust.
kind of broke in half. So can we look at the other side of it? And see?
Yeah. Can you zoom in just a tad?
Okay, we're gonna
You think
pick
it's
that
all
one up.
crust?
Yeah, let's crepe it.
Okay.
Okay,
Come wide.
so I'm gonna have you just stash the arm right there for a sec and then haul up on that winch.
I gotcha.
Danke.
You find the wall?
Found it.
Raj.
Coming up.
Oh, sorry. I can pull you up with me if you want.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, Raj.
I like that. Yeah, let's do that. Found the wall.
Got a dramatic volcanic wall.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
We're kind of on a little knoll, so we're kind of going up the neck of a volcano, essentially, at this point. This
Oh,
might
cool.
be exposed, kind of like a Devil's Tower, almost.
All right, we're kind of
It's almost columnar basalt.
almost
Yeah. This might even be cooler, look how big it is.
All right, we'll find a little ledge. Actually, I want to get a little more ahead, but
Just about there.
all right. Cool. We can go ahead and stash this puppy. Well, that was, I like it, fun and spicy. As they say, spice factor for also currents and for close calls. For walls.
Okay.
All right, I'm landed here.
Bridge nav, hold position.
Oh, that's a crab with an anemone on its back, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll look at it later. All right, tool tray coming out.
Raj.
And you said it's gonna be an omega?
Yes.
Raj, everything looks like it's sinking good. I'll get you on bubble.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right. Let me know if you want me to look up a little bit.
I'm okay. I'll
Raj.
figure it out.
Raj.
Raj, okay.
Sorry, just a little tap. Like a love tap. You know what I mean? Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Uh-oh, sorry.
All good. Great. Nice.
Is that too inboard?
No, all good.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
can you
Pitch a weight?
pitch a weight while we're
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
And then I'll just fly light, which would be good for a cliff anyway.
Yeah.
I don't like that the camera's right there.
I know. Okay, fine.
Good, nice. One more. Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Up a little.
Up.
Yeah, I gotcha. Over the lip, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna...
yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Great. All right. And we'll get this guy is what you guys wanted.
Oh, another one.
Do a snap zoom in there,
Oh,
please.
Raj, I thought you wanted another picture plate.
Oh, yeah, no, we're all Gucci on that. All right. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Looking awesome. It's in a good defensive position.
Interesting. All right, full wide, please.
Full wide.
All right. Cool.
Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Bridge nav, 30 meters, 245.
Okay, let's do that. Pardon me, so floaty. Oh my. It's not to throw us up the hill. Chris, what's the distance we have to the waypoint?
Distance is 250 meters.
250, Rog. There's a minus 47 Z bias.
I know, I saw that when you were like, it's floaty. I was like, wow.
Wow. Look at them all.
These cool.
Archer umbelapathes. Is that a metallogorgia in the right?
I believe it is. We've got some bamboos mixed in here too.
Yeah. There's a crinoid hanging off a long coral.
I think there is a rock on your... Is it an overhang?
It's just a big old rock to my left.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I see it. The one that's coming into view now.
Yeah.
Actually, you wanna cheat? Look.
Can we get a snap zoom on one of these curly ones the next time we go by one?
Sure. And by curly one,
Ooh, there's another crab.
is it a bamboo coral that is
We've got a little comparison in the chat wondering if we've transitioned into those spirals being a black coral instead of the bamboo corals we were seeing earlier.
Oh, I see, Raj. Okay, yeah, if you want to telestrate it if you see it before I do.
Much more crustaceans up here. There's one on a black coral.
Raj, okay, sure. Once we get the leash, we'll go over there.
Great.
Excuse me, Mr. Picniconid.
Oh, did you see a sea spider?
Looks like it's down in the middle of a valley too.
I'm gonna come down just a little so you can have some leash.
Roger. Thank you. Sorry, I'm gonna pull you.
Yeah. I'm coming. Come on down.
All right. Might be a wee bit bouncy, but go ahead and push on in there, please.
This is a black coral. Ooh. We have changed.
Come a little wide. That's great. Sorry, I'm pulling on a vehicle here.
Bridge nav, 20 meters, 245.
All right, pull wide, please.
Pull wide.
Thanks, Callie.
No problem. I kept an eye on my altitude too, and feels like I'm still over. It was like 50 meters to the bottom, so I said, I think I can handle this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Great. What is that?
Is that a sponge in the middle?
In that kind of chute?
Yeah.
Yes, that is a sponge.
Oh.
I can't see you at all because you're pulling on me still.
No. So.
Sorry.
No.
That is a crinoid.
Family crinoid, come to say hello.
Good, push on in on this swimming beauty.
Wow.
Very graceful, very beautiful.
It's in your porch.
Oh, yeah, too far, don't go that way. Got any more zoom?
Yep.
Really nice example of their swimming.
There's also a fish in Atalanta swimming around.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice focus, it's great.
Thanks.
All right, full wide, please.
Full wide.
Exit lower screen and perfect.
You're a cinematic genius.
Print it.
So pretty. All right, I'll get closer to the wall. Well,
Please get closer to me.
and I'll wait for Arias.
We'll get off in Timbuktu. It's very like nobody puts baby in the corner. Like, don't make me face nothing.
Let me know if that works for you there.
I'm just turning my heading to see you, and I'm not observing the rules of the ship.
Roger.
You're going off-roading, so am I.
I feel like my eyes are playing tricks on me. How far away is the wall?
Sorry?
How far away is that wall?
10 meters.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Bridge nav, hold position.
You can keep calling them in.
Okay. We ended up with a...
Yeah, 200, yeah. Yeah. Raj. No, 20 meter move would be great, yeah. Roger.
Oh, Argus is already caught up. We're going to go.
Yeah.
Bridge nav, 20245.
Okay. Right. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Coming up.
See more of these curly, I'm assuming black pearls still.
Yep, and we actually have a request to collect one if we get into a good position with the ship and the ROV.
Good.
Roger. Yeah, we'll let this move settle out, and then it seems like they've been kind of consistent for this wall feature, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a very profound wall.
Very.
Yeah, I put up the bubble cam on channel 3 so you can look straight down the wall as Herc ascends.
It's wild.
Very cool.
So Jess, those weights we dropped earlier, they were made out of steel, and the rope was like a hemp, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Cool.
Yeah, natural fibers so that they break down in the environment.
Yeah, so we're coming up right into the center of the seamount. So this is the primary volcanic cone and the last bits of it that are preserved. So that's kind of what we're seeing as we're going up these walls.
Raj, before we do another move, I think they want one of the curly Q corals.
Okay, so you want to hang out? Want me back up?
No, we can just hang out.
I'm just going to get ready.
Yeah, let's do it. Slurp and snip. Snip and slurp.
Snip and slurp. Do we have an open slurp jar? Suction jar?
Checking.
Raj.
Yep, we have 6, 7, and 1 open.
Awesome.
Roger. And
There it is. Yeah. Can we get a zoom on it? Make sure it's what we're looking for.
Sure thing. Get position here. See how we settle it there. All right, looks like we're stable. Let's do this. Go ahead and position tight there, please. Oh, what is that?
Is that a, I want to say polychaete, but was that a polychaete? I'm making up things.
I didn't see it.
It's
Go ahead and push
it's
in more.
tiny.
The little
it's
white spiraling.
yeah, like
critter.
a worm, right?
Yeah, I couldn't see it clear enough.
Yeah. I didn't see it, but quite possibly.
Come a little wide.
Yeah, this
Sorry, go ahead.
this is definitely the coral we're looking for.
Great. Pull wide, please.
Pull wide.
Okay, coming on craft.
Nice.
I did, yeah. But if you could, yes, thank you.
Kill switch.
Yes,
Roger.
please. Yeah, okay.
So we're going to get a little hair trim.
Yeah, if we can get a few inches off the top.
Barbershop school training. I gotcha. I'm going to flush while you're doing your thing.
We've got a request from Tina to take it near the base if we can.
Okay.
We won't be able to slurp it then.
Okay.
So do they, a slurp will kind of preserve it a bit more? Well, both. Whatever works.
Jesse, I have a question.
What's up?
I got it. I figured it out. It was the rocker wasn't working, and I forgot that button just needs to be on.
I think we said if we could take at least half. Would that work for the slurp? Otherwise, we could put it in with that rock.
No, we'll have to put it in with the rock then.
Okay, we can put it in with a rock.
Sure thing.
Does that mean you want half or more than half?
If we can get a little more than the half,
Okay.
The issue is that the upper spines and the top can have a different morphology than the lower spines down lower on the individual. So they want to make sure we get both for the taxonomy.
Okay,
Okay.
so this is going to go in the forward toolbox, yeah? I gotcha.
Yeah. Yep, we have omega that it would work in. We just have the rock in
I
there.
can't find it.
I gotcha.
Thanks.
All right.
Okay.
Grip force is at like 4, yeah?
6. Want me to put it down?
No, that's good.
Okay. Can you see me in the bubble cam?
I would just, yeah, grab, since we have only 10 minutes left.
I know, I just was thinking like, I wanted to get an idea of that's length. Is that good?
Can we go a little lower?
Yeah.
So we're taking the whole thing.
Basically, yeah. We
Okay, Raj.
want to make sure we get what they need for doing the taxonomy with it.
Gotcha.
Sure.
Hold on.
Great. I'm going to pop out the box now.
Raj.
I'm going to open the iris a wee bit there, please. Tim.
Sure.
Okay. Would you lead with, lead with the, what I have, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The exact way we have it right now is
Okay.
perfect.
Just an FYI, it may float, according to Tina,
Looks-
onshore.
Roger.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have her put in the tail end and then close the bin and shimmy it in. Be good. Does it matter which bin it goes into?
I don't actually think it matters because this is the only whip we have, so
Yeah.
it can go in with the other corals.
I think we should put it in this one then.
Yeah, sorry.
Nice.
Since it's already feeding into that one.
That's perfect, yeah.
Oh,
Great.
sorry. I'm just a little stuck there.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that's good.
I got big fingers.
Nice. Tooling in.
Raj.
Nice. It's gonna dangle out of it. Is that all right for you guys? I mean,
Yeah, I think that should be okay.
okay. It's just the very tail end of it.
Yeah.
All right, because we'll move on.
Okay. When do we pop that last Niskin?
At the top.
Yeah, I was gonna wait
Okay.
till we get into some more corals at the top. If
Gotcha.
nothing else, right before we leave the bottom would be fine too.
Great.
Sounds good. Oh, our fingers are on the same button.
Oh, Rod, sorry.
No, it's okay.
All right. Thank you. How much farther we got there, Chris?
Stand by. 190.
Right.
Bridge nav. 40 meters. 240.
How about to the last contour, to the topmost contour?
100 meters.
Roger. Science, it'll be all right. We won't make it to waypoint 4 exactly, but we can make it probably to around that contour.
Sure.
Great.
Let's see what we see on that contour. A big old coral.
Yeah. That's nice.
Hard to tell from the angle if that's a bamboo or a permnoid.
You guys want a quick ID on it?
Sure. If
Look at
it's
that
not,
nice fish.
While we're waiting for the swing.
yeah. I think that's a permnoid.
Go ahead and push on in there tight, please. Or quick, not tight. You know what I mean. No, sorry. You can push it a bit more there,
Now,
please.
is that a black coral right in the center of it, going off of it? It looks like it's
Yeah.
going off its own holdfast.
Little shrimp.
Yep, that's a permnoid. Nice downward facing polyps.
Great. Pull away, please. It's very surprising just how, I mean, such a large structure can grow on seeming talus.
Yeah.
We need to be up at 2? Or... Yeah. Okay.
One of those vase sponges. Very nice.
Yeah, those are nice.
Dictyalis.
Go ahead and push on in there a bit, please. We're just waiting on a ship move, or on the island to move. Go ahead and push on in there a bit more.
Very
Good, full
nice.
wide, please.
These are some columnar jointing up in the top. It's very nice. Actually, this whole thing is columnar jointing. It's just partly infilled with sediment.
Very cool looking
Yeah,
feature.
look at that.
Yeah, so again, it's at the top of the seamount. We can see these more shallow features, cooling features.
Can you do a partial zoom in there, please, Tim? We'll just take a look at the jointing. That's good.
Bridge nav, 30 meters, 240.
All right, full wide, please.
Oh, wide.
Thank you.
Here are some much blockier, larger sheet flows. Some more columnar jointing.
Wait, sorry, one more time? Yeah. Getting wild.
Can you pass me my phone, Chris? I want to calculate. Thank you.
These columnar joints are actually facing towards Hercules, so you can actually see them really clearly on the still cam that's on the bottom of the porch, and not as clearly on top, which is cool. They're very orientated.
Trying to get some good snaps of them as we go by.
Thank you. There's a piece that broke off. You can see how heavily weathered it is.
Pedal to the metal.
Or that's a sponge base, one or the other. There's a sponge completely covered in brittle stars. Yep, one less.
Run away!
Two less.
It's going to take weeks to get back there.
You see a giant UFO coming at you, just take off. Better safe than sorry.
Honestly, that's what I would do in a cornfield.
Start running.
So Kevin, why were you expecting to see columnar jointing up near the top of the seamount here?
Well, basically because that's where I usually seen it before in previous dives. But yeah, towards the summit at shallower depths is tends where you can get these kind of large flows that cool and contract, and they don't form the pillow structures. Instead, they form these columnar joints. You can still get pillows up at this height, but from my experience, towards the summit is where you start seeing columnar basalts.
Cool, thanks.
Could that be a feature partially of weathering, that the material deeper is older and more weathered and broken up?
Probably not. I mean, there's only a few million year difference between these. I mean, that is certainly part of it.
40 meters, 240.
But I don't think as extreme. You do get thinner ferromanganese crusts at these depths. So ferromanganese crust is, I think, maximum around 2,000 to 2,500. That's where the growth rates are highest. So up at shallower depths, it's a lot less. So you got to see those angles and curves and, you know, natural features better here, because they're not going to be as heavily encrusted. You're not going to find those big boitriodal structures typically. So that also helps. It may be more common below, you just can't really see it. I'm surprised we're not seeing more corals up here.
Yeah, I was expecting to see more, given what we were seeing just a short time ago down lower.
Can you guys zoom right at the lasers?
Sure. It's like crinoid, hey? Go ahead and push on in there a bit, please. Or an anemone.
Looks like a stalked anemone.
Yeah, tube anemone.
So it goes down into the tube sometimes?
Cool.
They can be hard to
push on
sample
in again.
sometimes.
There's a variety of these that lives in shallow water in the Pacific Northwest, distant cousin, and it's a favorite prey of the giant nudibranch. So you'll get scenes where you can see this nudibranch basically diving down the anemone tube after the anemone.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead and push
Horror
on a little
show.
bit more.
Yeah.
Sorry for the bounciness, but it's go a little tighter if you want to.
That's all the way.
Roger.
So the mouth is on the other side, I believe. If it's possible to get a shot of the mouth, someone in the chat would like that.
Sure, full
Tina.
please.
Wide.
Tina Motosovo also says there's no way to collect these